the end of the Cold War, Ukraine gave up its nuclear weapons, which it held as a legacy state of the Soviet Union, in return for security of its borders, one of whose guarantors was Russia. Putin wants to recreate the territorial reach of the Soviet Union, doesn't want to lose Ukraine. They don't want Ukraine, that used to be part of the Soviet Union, to turn towards the West to become part of the EU or indeed part of NATO. But also they're really paranoid about losing control of the Black Sea. Now, offshore off Crimea are large gas reserves. There's also oil and gas in the eastern Donbass region. Quite a lot of the ethnic groups in those areas are Russian. They also speak Russian. Remember that the Russian invasion of Afghanistan in 1980 was on Christmas Day. We all know that we're talking about nuclear powers here, so if you go all the way through the escalation chain, we're getting to nuclear release.
Bis 50 Personen abgeteilt und zum Graben geführt.
Во Львове 120 человек. Их подводили близко к ямам.
Mussten sich mit dem Gesicht uns aufstellen.
Должны были стать лицом к нам. Отделялось примерно 45-50 человек и подводилось к ямам. Я лично расстреливал автоматом группенführer Rehn.
Ein Maschinengewehr, 1 bis 2 Maschinenpistolen und das übrige Karabiner. In Lemberg 120 Mann.
There's a famous saying from the Peloponnesian War in Thucydides. It's called the Melian dialogue. The Athenians simply said to a town that they wanted to suppress, look, the strong do what they want, the weak do what they must. And the lesson for us in the West is we've got to keep our armour bright and make sure that they don't think they can gain an advantage by our weakness.
Включается, как работает, где что находится. Мы это и видели и знали, поэтому давали такую информацию, которую считали нужным. Может, я проговорился, меня военные извинят.
I'm Russian Heorhiivs'ka. If you don't change your course to starboard, I'll be fire. I'll be fire. Don't cross the border line. Do you read me over?
The Coast Governmental, this is British warship Delta 36. We are conducting innocent passage. We have the right to do so in accordance with international rules and the United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea. Your actions are unsafe, unprofessional, and endanger both of our vessels. Are you threatening me? Over.
So in fact, before all of this happened, you and your superiors at the State Department asked the ambassador to extend her time in the Ukraine, correct, sir?
That is correct.
Did you support her extension?
I asked her to extend until the end of this year to get through the election cycle in Ukraine, and then Undersecretary Hale in March asked her to stay until 2020.
Now, some in Ukraine probably disliked her efforts to help Ukraine root out corruption. Is that correct?
As I mentioned in my testimony, you can't promote principled anti-corruption action without pissing off corrupt people.
Fair enough.
Вітаю. Зі святом Садомським.
Дякую.